I went ahead and ordered 2 of the top selling handheld vacuum cleaners available on Amazon right now, and we're gonna go over some of the details and I'm gonna let you know which one you need to order. The first one is made by Black+Decker, and it is the dustbuster. It is a small handheld vacuum that fits in small places, and it has a pretty large dustbin. This one is a pretty basic cordless handheld vacuum, and it does a ton of things, but let's put it through the test. Honestly, one of the top selling points for this is this docking station. So I can just leave it here on this docking station for it to charge, and it is going to be where I need it to be anytime I need it. So I can just pick it up, grab it and go, and I'm gonna know that it's fully charged. This one here is pretty basic and pretty simple. It is lightweight, it has a clear container so you can see what's inside, and it does take a filter. They do recommend that you replace it every 6 to 9 months and you wash it every single time you use it. Another thing I love is that it is basic. You don't have any extra attachments. The only attachment that you have is built in, so you can't even lose it or have to worry about storing it. It goes from a crevice tool to a brush tool, which is gonna be perfect on carpet. The power button's pretty basic. There's no LCD screen. It's just an on and an off. I do love that you can rotate this, so this will be able to rotate 360 degrees. So if you have some kind of a mess that is on the ceiling or in a weird spot, you can adjust it however you want. So it is really easy to empty this dustbin. You just have to simply pop this off and it separates. This is going to be your body. So that's where most of your weight's gonna be. This is gonna be your dustbin with your little filter. So this little filter, I tested it out and it works pretty good. You have all of your small particles here and it separates all the small particles in this large dustbin. So you just pop that on, wash this off, and you're gonna be good to go. Pretty basic and pretty easy. But how does it work? Let's go ahead and test it out and try it on a couple of things like some dog food as well as around my upstairs and a couple of other places so we can see how much we can get. Next up, we have this Shark. So I do love the look of this one a lot more. It's more sleek, more modern, and it's a lot smaller. It doesn't look kind of old like the other one does. But this one here has some attachments as well. So there is a brush just like the other one, but this one is a separate attachment as well as the crevice tool. So popping these on and off is gonna be really easy to do. You're just gonna take it and place it in and push it down, and that's all it takes. They don't click in, but you can pull them off and switch them out. My favorite thing about this vacuum is this rotating roller head. So having these little brushes in here that are like little fins are gonna help get up those small particles a lot easier. So this is gonna be perfect for carpets as well as couches and upholstery. And this does take power, so these are gonna roll by itself and it's gonna help kind of get all of the dirt and dust out. The dustbin on here does seem to be a little bit smaller than the other one, but this one also has a filter. So you are supposed to replace this filter every now and then to make sure that it has proper suction power. The dustbin on here is a lot smaller, so if you can see this, I did use it for a demonstration a while back, so it does have those little filters here, but this dustbin is quite smaller than the other one, so you will have to empty it a lot more often. And I do kind of find this one harder to get on and off, but I think it just takes a while to get used to it, and then you'll be able to do it in no time. So this one just clicks on just like that. One thing that I do not like about the Shark is that I don't have a docking station. I'm probably gonna forget to charge this because this is gonna go in a drawer somewhere and I'm gonna be like, what is this charger for? But it just plugs in the back right here and you plug it into the wall. So I wish this had a charging station. It would be so much better. As far as the weight goes, this Shark is a lot lighter. So you'll be able to maneuver that around. If you were to compare the dustbins though, this one here, the Black+Decker, is almost twice as large. The buttons are basically the same. One of the things that this doesn't do is have that 360-degree swivel, but that's okay. You can use it as is. This one here also does not come with attachments, but I kind of like that I'm never gonna lose this. This Shark also has the pet power brush that's gonna be great for pets to get hair off. And it has an extra attachment for carpets and upholstery. One huge win for me is going to be the docking station. I'd love to have my vacuum up and ready for when I need it. I'm gonna grab a couple of particles and go ahead and vacuum them up and see which one has a much better suction power. I have 3 piles here, one of brown rice, one of flour, and one of dog food. we're gonna go down the line and see how powerful these are and if they compare with picking up the particles and keeping a good section. So let's get into it. So in my opinion, after all of these tests, the overall winner is going to be the Shark. Some of the negatives that I don't like on this thing is the button placement. As I was vacuuming, I feel like I turned it on and off so many times. I wish they would have put a different button on here because it's hard to use it without hitting it. I also wish it had a charging dock station. The suction power on this is nice, and I love this brush head, especially for dog hair. However, if you're looking for a budget version that is pretty simple but has a lot larger of a reservoir, so you can pick up for a lot longer time, and you love the convenience of having a docking station, go with this one. So no matter which handheld vacuum you choose, you can't go wrong. They both work pretty well, it just depends on preference. Hopefully my video helped you with a great buying purchase decision.